Hello and welcome to nanascraftyhome.com. Today I'm going to show you how to do the ribbed stitch or the front post back post double crochet. You will see that abbreviated as fpdc or bpdc, and you can see here that I have chained a multiple of chains. I will do an initial row, so I'm going to double crochet into that third chain from the hook. I'm going to do one row of double crochets. That'll give you the foundation that you need in order to start this pattern. So I'm going to DC across. That bottom base there. So as you can see here, I've completed that first row of double crochets. You will do that initial row to start the foundation for that ribbed stitch. So I'm going to turn my work here and do my first row of the ribbed front post, back post pattern. I'm going to chain 2, and typically you would chain 3. You will find in most patterns that call for double crochets. However, when you're doing this pattern, your double crochet ends up going below where you would typically go into those top 2 loops there. You're going to be starting your double crochet down below. So that will make your double crochet less tall, and so you don't want to have a chain 3 here because otherwise that chain will then bunch out a little bit. So that front post double crochet, you're going to start out just as you would with a regular double crochet by yarning over. You're going to go around that post from the previous row rather than going into the top 2 loops. So a front post is entering from the front around the back of that double crochet, and as you can see here on the back of your work, you can see that shaft is covering that post. Yarn over, pull through around that double crochet, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, pull through 2. So I've completed that first double crochet around the front post. Now for the back post. So we will enter and go around from the back around that post. You see here, that's the back of my work. And this is the front. You can see the shaft covering that post. Yarn over, pull through and around, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. I've completed my first front post and my first back post double crochet, and I'm going to repeat that from the front around, through 2, through 2, another front post, here's a back post, go around the back of my work, try to keep it so my work here doesn't twist too much, pull through 2, pull through 2, front post again, around through the front of my work, around that post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Back post, go around through the back, around that post, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And I'm going to complete this row repeating that pattern of front post, back post, double crochet throughout the entire row. This row is probably the most difficult, simply because once you've done a few rows of this, the pattern, the ribbing starts to push those stitches where they're easier to grab the post because they've pushed the post where you want them to be. Also, it's a little more awkward to hold your work because you only have that one row to kind of hang on to and anchor. So once you get through this first row, it's usually smooth sailing after that. So we will finish this row front post being my last one. And now we have that chain left over from the previous round. In here I'm going to do a half double crochet, and again with the same premise we did the chain 2 at the beginning. That half double crochet is going to be the same height as a chain 2. So yarn over, pull through all 3. So you see there I've got the half double crochet, and when you look at that whole row you can see that that chain 2 and that half double crochet really is at that same height. I don't have any bunching here on either end. It's nice and smooth. You get a nice flat edge on that. It's really starting to define those stitches on both sides. You see that ribbing. It's kind of, you know, stretchy already. So I'm going to turn here and again do that chain 2. Now, remember I did a front post double crochet was the last one that I did from the previous row. So now that becomes a back post double crochet. You can see it's back behind. So I'm going to continue that, and you can see it's already puffed out a little bit. So that helps me to grab that stitch a little easier than that front row was, the first row was. So yarn over, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And this one now is a front post double crochet. You can see it's really ribbed out, and it's a lot easier to stick your hook in there and grab it from behind. And back post and front. Back. Front. You can see it's a lot less awkward holding and keeping your work in place as well. It just flows a lot better once you've started that initial pattern. And again, here we are at the end. This was my chain 2 from that previous row. I'm going to half double crochet in that top chain. So yarn over, pull through, and pull through all 3. So there we have our first few rows. That pattern is really shaping up. It's really looking ribbed. You can see that it's pulling those stitches out. It's extremely stretchy. This is a great pattern for so many different things. So you can make scarves with this, blankets, hats. There's just no limit. And once you've learned and mastered this, you can take this to any, you could do a double crochet, front post double crochet 2, back post double crochet 2. You could do 3 in 1. You know, the sky's the limit really with this. You can take this into a lot of different patterns, make your own patterns, do any kind that you like. So I hope this was helpful for you today. Please visit me at nanascraftyhome.com, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks.